Hello and welcome to another episode from Vulgar's Play Podcast. I am your host, Dustin Dubuque. I'm here with Dominik, the lead singer founder for Downfall of Gaia, which is super cool because I've been a fan for quite a while. So this is a great second interview for me. So thanks for being here.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah. The first thing to really bring up is you guys got a new album. By the time this recording drops, I'm assuming it will be close to coming out, if not out. So why don't you give us a little bit of give us the backstory and everything of the I believe the sixth album you guys have coming.
It's the sixth album, the sixth full-length record. Yeah. Basically, I would say this record in particular is a blend of the early Downfall of Gaia, where everything started, and the way we took during the last years, and what the things became during the last years. Pretty natural, but I think this record is a good blend. It has the more early D-beat-ish, punky kind of things, but also the blast beats and everything we did in the recent years. And we tried to add a few tiny little new things like synthesizers or female vocals. So
the single Bodies as Driftwood, I think dropped a couple weeks ago, and I remember I came across I like Metal Blade Records on my YouTube, and I came across and I was like, oh yeah, this will be great. And I remember listening to it, and I'm a big Atrophy fan of you guys. Like, that was an album I blasted a lot, and when I heard this, I was like, wow, this is some heavy stuff right here.
Yeah, this is cool to hear.
Yeah, I love it. It's great stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just so great to hear like Javi was, and it was such a change for me. I guess I have only listened to probably I think the last handful of albums from you guys. I'm a big fan, but it's just it's interesting because you just are so expecting the kind of longer, more atmospheric songs that are take you on this journey, and this one does too, but it's just so in your face.
Yeah, but that was also something we had in mind when we started with the writing for this record. We wanted to keep it, I don't want to say short and simple, but pretty compared to the other tracks. This album has the more early tracks from us on the other albums. This record, the new one, has shorter songs in general. So it's more in your face and more reduced to the energy, instead of getting too wild with the atmospheric parts that take you on a very long path sometimes.
What was the feeling behind that when you guys kind of started doing the writing and thinking about the album? Why was that the choice for this one?
I think I don't know, it's also a personal thing. Me personally, for example, I think music streaming, it basically fucked up my head. I also got problems listening to 10-minute plus songs because I don't know, I got problems to focus for that long. I don't know, maybe it sounds weird right now, but I don't know. So this was also a thought we had in mind. It's not just me, it's all of us. And of course, we wanted to try something new, do something different, just to bring a little bit more, to make it a little bit more attractive for us again, instead of doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but it feels different when you play the songs when they are just 4 or 5 minutes instead of 10 minutes long.
Sure. Yeah, no, I totally get that. I was actually just having this discussion with a friend of mine about, the one time I like long songs now, and again, I think it goes with, you're exactly right on the being able to just listen for that long is on vinyl. That's like the one time that I'm sure it's just the medium itself, but like that's the one time where I can put on 12-minute song and it feels right, because you usually don't stop a vinyl mid-song or anything like that. But I mean, if you're listening to Spotify or whatever streaming platform you listen to, it's so easy just to click and go through. So that's really smart on your guys' part to like understand that. And being musicians who are listening to, I'm sure, plenty of music, that's pretty clever to kind of notice that and go with that.
Yeah, but it's not a business move. It's just a personal feeling.
Sure.
The personal feeling. It just felt right. For maybe the next record will be something completely different. Who knows?
Right. Yeah. That's really clever. So you guys have been on Metal Blade for, geez, over a decade now. How's that partnership like? I mean, and Metal Blade's kind of like the record, company out there. So, I know people when they see that logo kind of makes them focus a little harder on the band sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. I mean, I guess we don't have anything to complain. This, especially the European office. Those guys are pretty cool, and we became good friends during all of the years. And it's a very easy together. Can you say this? I don't know. Yeah, and we are definitely not one of the bands who's paying their bills. Basically, it's the opposite. But yeah, I don't know. So it's just so we run out of our contract ended after the last record. So we signed a new one for this record, and just because we are feeling good on the label, and the people are great, and there's not much to complain about.
Like what gets your blood pumping when there's new music to write or come up with?
Well, good question. I don't know. In the beginning, it's just exhausting and annoying because you don't know.
Sure. Maybe trials and tribulations then.
Yeah. You just start, and you basically you have got no idea where you will end, and it's just step by step. A little. I don't know. I wouldn't say there's anything that gets me too crazy when we start with the writing, but in the end, when everything is done, then you get this excitement, and you can realize what you did. But during the writing, it's just, I don't know. I don't think I'm too too excited when we're writing the music.
But you're at the good part right now. It's coming out in like a month from this recording, and that must be an exciting time, right? That like week leading up to like the big release and the publicity and such, and then probably the the reaction after.
Yeah, this is always the best part. I mean, these songs are already so old again. They're from 2000 for us. I mean, for us, they're from 2021. So now we've got 2023. So, but it just took so long with the pressing plant situation these days, and with the, of course, studio time, and all of us, we are living in different cities, also continents. So it's a little bit tricky, and now it's definitely the best part to finally release all of this stuff, and to see if the people like it or hate it. Yeah.
Like I said, the single is pretty awesome, so I'm hoping that. And I was looking at, even like on YouTube, I was looking at the comments. It looked like people were digging it, so I think I think it'll be good.
Yeah, let's see how it works for them.
I'll knock on wood over here, then it'll all be good, I'm sure. One thing I'm always interested in is what is not looking for inspiration, but what kind of music are you listening to nowadays? Are you always listening to metal, just kind of seeing what's out there, or do you dabble in other genres and such too?
To be honest, I guess I live in the past. I'm not up to date. I guess I can speak for I don't want to say all of us, but a few people in the band who are the same, who are listening, but who are, I don't know, trapped in the past somehow. I don't know, but I'm definitely open to all kinds of genres. It's not that I'm sitting at home and blasting metal and punk all the time.
Sure.
I also do enjoy more silent sounds, like electronic music, stuff like that. So, for example, Lawn or something like that. Pretty open, but I'm not that up to date with releases going on these days, I have to admit.
Sure. So what's some of the quote unquote stuck in the past stuff that really just sticks with you all the time?
Yeah, of course, the punk stuff. When we started all of this I can still listen to all of these records and enjoy them completely. Like I don't know, From Ashes Rise, Tragedy, His Hero Is Gone, Fall of Atrophy, stuff like that. I can listen to it and it doesn't get bad. So yeah, this era in particular in my how is it called? Yeah, getting older, growing up. I guess did the most to me, and yeah, so the music. So yeah, I can still fully enjoy that stuff, and it's also ending up in my playlist every now and then again. Yeah.
Sure. Well, that's great to know. So once the album comes out here on March 17th, what are some of the plans that Downfall of Gaia have coming up? Is there like tour possibilities coming up? I'm sure you guys have shows and stuff, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
Are you excited to kind of get out there and play more of this music live?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Our last show, I mean, we played a few festivals last year, just three shows, but this was also some yeah, rescheduled stuff because of the pandemic. So basically, we didn't tour or play more than one show in a row since 3 years now.
Wow.
Which is a pretty long time. So yeah, we are definitely excited to do this again. And yeah, we've got a few shows confirmed already, but it's not public yet. But I mean, I guess it will be public when this
Sure.
episode will. Yeah. So yeah, we've got a tour coming up in April with Implore and Death Ride. Then we've got a few festivals in the second half of the year. I forgot the month. I guess October, November, something like Damnation Festival UK. And we are really trying hard to go back to the States somehow. The last time was 2015.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's working for this record, but would be pretty nice to finally do this again. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is your fest versus touring is so different? What maybe not a preference, but what do you like most about kind of being a musician that plays on a larger fest like you spoke, or like what's the parts of like maybe a longer tour that you like?
I don't like festivals that much, to be honest. It's just super stressful for 40 minutes of music. And usually it's just this one show. So it's just, but of course you are able to see bigger bands you probably wouldn't pay to go to a show. But yeah, besides that, I always prefer the smaller ones. This sounds so cheesy. Everyone is saying this, but it's I like it. I like it. You kind of get lost on tour. It's a completely different world and has nothing to do that much anymore with the real everyday life. So I like that. And yeah, being in a different city every day, even if you don't see that much, just the venue and the walls from the venue. But yeah,
Yeah, well, and then the part about the tours that I mean, as a fan of you guys and bands and stuff, it must be nice to be so approachable too. I mean, all the you see, in today's world, you see the comments on social media or the reviews of music and stuff, but at the especially the tours and stuff, you get to actually hear it from the people that are listening and that paid money to see you and stuff. And that must be a pretty cool feeling to have after, like you said, the writing and all that stuff.
yeah, absolutely. This is the best part of it. Yeah, touring, playing live, and yeah, just being able to share the music with other people. It's different when you, I mean, everyone knows this. When you go to a show, it's a different thing than listening to a record at home. It's just it's a completely different energy, and yeah, this is definitely the best part of it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Metal live is. I don't think there's anything like it to see. Well, I guess you and I were talking quick before we started here off microphone. Well, I know you as the lead singer, guitarist of this band, but who are you outside of being this the person who I'm talking to and why I'm recording this? You said you're where you live and what are some of the things you do, hobbies and such.
During the pandemic, I started to ride bike.
Okay.
This is what I do. This is what I really enjoy. I mean, not just riding around through the city. I mean, 100-kilometer plus tours, stuff like that. with a racing bike, stuff like that. I enjoy sports. I watch sports. I like to do sports like running, stuff like that. I'm not that gym kind of guy.
Sure.
And yeah, I do work full time, kinda as a freelance guy. And yeah, got my dog, like to spend time with him. As I said before, I just returned from a big walk before we start the interview. Yeah, it's just pretty simple things, I guess.
Are you going to be able to keep some of those things going if you do hit the tour? I mean, it's probably hard to bring the bike with all the other stuff.
Yeah, the biking is done then. My dog, he is fortunately he's living in two people together with me and my ex-girlfriend. So he has another home when I'm on tour.
Sure.
So this is really, really good. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to go on the road.
Sure.
Yeah, but basically, when you're touring, then there's not much left of my regular everyday.
Yeah, I get it. Well, I mean, I have to ask, what kind of dog is it?
It's a mix. It's a Stafford Whippet mix, and probably tons of other stuff in it too.
Sure.
It's a street dog from Spain. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that sounds really. I know. I love hearing the things that people. The one thing that came out of the pandemic, if there's positives, is like what people picked up. And
exactly. It's you're forced to to do something.
Yep. I know that's exactly it. I know mine was watching old movies. Like that was the thing I picked up. It was just like I was always a movie guy, but I always watched like modern stuff. And then it was just like, well, now I have a lot of free time on my hands. Yeah. So if I have to watch a film from the 1950s from France, I mean, I might as well. I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So, but it was a lot less work than yours. I chose something where I was as sedentary as possible, apparently.
Yeah. Everyone, whatever feels best.
Yeah, exactly. Well, as we get to wrap it up here, I mean, what is there any other things you'd like to speak about for the album again comes out, Silhouettes of Disgust, March 17th. Is there anything else that we need to know, or where to find the best areas to find you guys and how to stay up to date and all that stuff?
Not really, I guess. It's all on the internet, yeah, of course. So social media, sure. Our homepage. Yeah, there you will find all the info you need. So yeah.
Great, cool. Well, thank you so much, Dominik, for being on here. This was great. We're looking forward to the new stuff. I can't wait. Yeah, hopefully you guys can hit the road, and maybe you guys can get on a plane at some time and come over to the States and have a good time.
Yeah, that would be great. One of the goals for this record.
Good, that'd be awesome. I'll keep my eye out. Well, like I said, Downfall of Gaia, Silhouettes of Disgust is March 17th. It's their 6th studio album. You can find it through Metal Blade. I'm sure there's pre-orders up. But yeah, man, thanks for being here.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.